Cerato. Cerato is the 8th Bach flower remedy that Dr. Bach discovered. Those who need Cerato are like someone who doubts their own ability. For example, this would be a scenario that Cerato often faces. So they have a decision to make and they have this like mental argument, debate on what to do and what not to do, and then they use their intuition and they have this thing. But then, instead of doing what their inner intuition says, they decide to seek advice from their peers, and they become influenced and misguided by the advice of others. And this can cause dissatisfaction, because once they put the advice their peers gave to plan, it's not what they want. They realize it's not what they want and they feel very dissatisfied, but they do realize that they still need their peers' advice. But then afterwards, they realize that their previous thought, which they had after that intuition and all of that debate, mental debate, all of that, was a better choice and what would have actually satisfied them, and they would feel regret and remorse for not carrying out what they decided in the first place. So they doubt themselves very often and can feel very uncertain, confused, especially when making very, very important decisions, even if it's big or small. They distrust their own convictions, their own judgments. They lack confidence in their own judgment. Because they listen to other people, sometimes they can be very foolish as they carry out foolish advice according to what their peers said. They do not contemplate the advice of their peers. And because sometimes they can't make a decision, they always go up. They always ask questions to others. They always ask advice. And because of this, they sap the vitality of others by seeking advice to them. They talk a great deal and they get on the nerves of peers just because of their excessive thirst for information. So they ask questions, they ask advice, and they carry it out. And they just keep asking and asking and asking and can annoy their peers so much. And all this information, all this knowledge they gain, they never use. They just keep it hoarded in their brain. They have this continuous, steady lack of trust, like about themselves and within others, and they have a poor concentration due to their lack of confidence. The average Cerato person just constantly needs approval from others. They need validation from others on their decisions, which is why they constantly ask, question, and heed the advice of others. And because of this, they can also be quite stupid, and they can be quite gullible and vulnerable, as they always listen to others' opinions and prioritize others' advices over what they actually think. Taking the Cerato remedy can give one confidence. This means that they give confidence to everything that they think and they believe should happen. They listen more to their intuition. They do still ask people for advice, but they don't always heed to it, and they always make the best decision. Sometimes they don't even need to ask the advice of their peers because they know what the best decision is, because their clarity is the clarity for the decision is there. They're very wise. They know what they're going into. They are more confident, and they are able to contemplate on what to do when making a decision. They have very, very strong opinions, and they will stick to a decision very, very quickly. And because of this, they also admire those who have a strong, confident mind. They have they can be very enthusiastic. They can still be curious and eager to learn, but they will gather information and knowledge and actually use it in their daily life. They will listen very, very carefully to their inner voice, and they will accept the guidance of their inner self. They are very, very happy to also share their knowledge because they are very confident that what they know is valid and can be used. They have very good coordination between thoughts and reality, enabling them to make very good, wise decisions in life. The Cerato remedy falls into the category of the first 12 senses. It's in the emotional group of uncertainty. The personality that the Cerato remedy emanates is self-distrust, and their virtue is foolishness. They fail in wisdom. And to extract the Cerato remedy from the flower, you use the sun method. Dr. Bach first prepared the Cerato remedy near Cromer in 1930. Cerato is for people who question their own judgment and seek the guidance, reassurance, or confirmation of others. Cerato can also be compared to some other Bach remedies. So, we can take a look at Larch. So when the Larch and Cerato personality are compared, they both have no confidence in their judgment. They act differently and in the opposite manner because an average Cerato person would take up the challenge and often succeed after making up their mind through whether it's by listening to their inner thoughts or heeding the advice of others, while on the other hand, Larch would rather stand back, let the opportunity pass them, feeling far too self-conscious to make any attempt as they are fearful of failing, as well as feeling like there was no point trying because they think that they have no capacity to do so. You can also compare Cerato and Sceleranthus. Cerato and Sceleranthus have a similar personality due to the uncertainty they experience, but they still differ as Cerato voices out their uncertainty and often gains advice from their peers to tackle the situation, while Sceleranthus would just internally worry about it, seeking no advice. Thank you.